Hello, gorgeous Libras. How are you guys doing? Welcome to your reading all about this solar eclipse, how it's going to be impacting you, what you guys can expect. So let's dive into messages. All right, I just woken up, so this is why I look and sound this way. I just wanted to squeeze in these readings to make sure that you guys got a little bit extra information during this time. So let's dive in together then. I have been doing this little pre-shuffle and prayer for each sign, and then I'll split the deck, and this is what's on the bottom of it. Okay, so this Eight of Cups could be significant for you guys at this time during the solar eclipse, and what this means is walking away from things or leaving things behind that just don't serve you, okay, things that are not fulfilling enough. Lately, I have been getting this message where a lot of people, and me included, sometimes we don't know when it's the right time to leave something behind, right? Sometimes we stay in things even if it's emotionally unfulfilling, even if this is your own kind of habits that you kind of stick to, that you're trying to get out of, it's not fulfilling enough. There is better things out there for you. So this is a really important time for you during the solar eclipse to make sure that you are actually allowing yourself to walk away from situations, habits, ways of being that just aren't serving you or your highest good. All right. But let's see. Let's get you an oracle card. For the gorgeous Librans, please, Spirit, can I get one? Thank you. Unfinished symphony. All right, so this comes in when there's a lack of closure in something. And number 10, again, representing the need to bring about some completion. It's the eclipse season. It's all right. And those of you who have Libra rising, in your astrology anyway, this eclipse is happening in your 7th house, all to do with your relationships and connections to people, business partnerships, whatever it might be. It does cover that. But let's dive in a little bit more. So unfinished symphony is always a loud card for me. It kind of is feeling like something is lacking harmony. Something is out of balance here. And again, usually it's because something might be returning. It's also Mercury retrograde, by the way. Something is returning for you to fully close it out for once and for all. All right. Let's see. What is going on for Libras during the solar eclipse? Any animal spirit that wants to come out and work with the Libras? I feel like I'm just getting this message that people might come to you to share their problems. Might find around this time that people are just coming up to you and just expressing what they're going through. All right, one card, please, if you will, for Libras. During the solar eclipse, thank you, got the Owl Spirit. You see clearly now. That's interesting. My deck was, I think, upside down. No, it's not, just some random cards. Okay, Owl Spirit, you see clearly now. I wonder if this is around wherever you lacked closure. Maybe you're going within, maybe someone's reaching out. I'm not exactly sure, but it does kind of feel like Spirit's calling you to follow your intuition and your gut feeling, right? You already know. Owls have 360 vision, right? They've got very good eyesight too. So it's almost like you guys are able to see clearly something. All right, well, let's figure out what that something is. I'm just going to look at these cards a little bit here. Some of you are going to be receiving a message that usually when a bird is coming in like that, it usually can represent that. Okay, you could be getting some like interesting messages, but again, I almost said intuition or intuitive messages. So let's see. All right, one card out, please, for a message from Libra's guardian angels during this time. Thank you. What is that? Signs. Well, yeah, we were just saying, I feel like you are getting a lot of like symbolism and maybe synchronicities going on at this time that's kind of hinting towards something that might need to be closed out, right? Something that is unfinished might need to resurface again for you to fully either complete it. Sometimes this can even be like projects, right? It's an idea that you had that needs to be resurfaced again because you didn't quite finish it, and maybe it can end up having a really good outcome for you. Or for the majority of it, it does feel like it's to do with something that maybe you struggle from walking away from emotionally. But let's see, because I can't figure it out yet, the specifics, but the messages are definitely here. Okay, let's see. One card out from this deck, please. Last card in the oracles for Libra during the solar eclipse. Express love, act with love, show how loving you are, let go of ego and choose love. Number 33 or 333 coming through here, which is all about alignment. Okay, I'm going to dive into a tarot because I feel like I want to figure it out. I hope you guys can hear the birds outside. It sounds really nice. Okay, Let's see for the Libras. One card out to represent the overall energy of this solar eclipse. Ooh, see the Lovers tried to come through there. All right, solar eclipse energy for Libras. Overall energy for the solar eclipse. The Knight of Cups. So again, some of you could be getting a very emotional message from somebody. Maybe this is something that you've been trying to manifest or waiting for. The Knight of Cups really is, in general, speaking about our need to be open and vulnerable with our feelings, right? Maybe something's not closed out yet because we've not really processed certain feelings or emotions, or we've not kind of gone through the difficult emotions to get to the other side. I always see that river as a bit of like a tricky feeling. Sometimes it's anxiety, sometimes, it's maybe you have to actually dive into maybe our deep care that maybe we have for a situation, even if you don't want to admit it, kind of thing. I don't know. Let's clarify that. Interesting. I feel like it's about being open and honest with yourself about how you're really feeling, instead of denying that. And again, that can show up differently for everyone. But that message seems to be what's coming through here, right? Why is the Knight of Cups the overall energy of the solar eclipse? Well, there we go. Your main message here. You're having to walk away from things that don't serve you. And I think that's something that you're having to be quite honest with yourself about. Okay? Because it might be knocking off your balance. It might be knocking off that harmony that you're trying to create in your life. One more for this Knight of Cups. Judgment. Well, for sure. This coming through with you see clearly is no coinky dink, because the owl is about seeing clearly and judgment is all about truth and clarity. Okay, it can also be, again, an announcement, some kind of message coming your way, some forgiveness, maybe even finding peace with a situation. Okay, this is great though, because this is all about rising on up. Sorry, I'm just gonna realize my lighting was not was not here. It's rising up, going to the next chapter of your life. But we can only do that when we let go of an old way of being, of an old story. It is really good for the fact that it does feel like you're changing. Okay, if it's not you personally, then it's just the things going on around you. But it does seem like understanding your feelings and emotions seems to be an important part of that, and being honest. Because something is not as fulfilling as maybe you are pretending it is, or it's not reaching the 10 of Cups, right? And we all want happiness. If something's not making you as happy as you'd like, again, habits, an old situation. Let's dive into your energy though. An interesting thing, remember you're being called to let go of ego and to choose love. So whatever that means to you in this situation is important. Alrighty then, one card out to represent Libra's energy at this time during the solar eclipse. Judgment as well. Wow, double judgment. Wow, definitely a cooling. Again, this makes sense with that owl coming through because you see clearly now. The Queen of Wands feels like you're being called to step into her energy, which is all about confidence, being more positive. Maybe something is holding you back in that way from you shining your light and you being the most confident, beautiful, attractive, energetically attractive version of yourself. And what that means is maybe you feel like you've not been able to, again, attract in the things that you desire, because you're not showing up as that person lately. I'm going to clarify that. Let's see. Why is judgment in Libra's energy? Why is judgment in Libra's energy? Ooh, you see? The King of Swords. You're gaining mental clarity and authority over a situation, again, that is creating this unfinished symphony in your life. Something that is kind of I almost am, so whenever this card comes in, as I was saying, it's a noisy card for me, and it's like something, that piano is out of tune. Like there's something, a part of the song I guess is your life, or this phase that you're going through right now is being represented as this song, and things are going well, but there's just this one key that is out of tune, and that represents the situation in your life, right? So whether it's your inner world, whether it's something to do with your past, I don't know, I'll let you guys apply it if it does, but it's like you need to address that. And the good thing is the Judgment and the King of Swords are both about clarity, so that's awesome. You know already what you need to do. It's just really about taking action on it. King of Swords, it's a king. It's all about authority. Maybe it's about addressing something. Maybe it's a card speaking about communicating something, or really diving deeper into those thoughts and feelings. All right. So that could be really important for you guys at this time. So let's dive in. I want to get one more card out for some reason. They want me to get one more for your energy. The energy of Libra, please. Why are they showing up with Judgment card? Six of Wands. Again, that's another card of confidence. For some of you, I feel like this is so that you can move forward, especially in terms of like your career and your successes in life more confidently. Interesting. This is again a card of victory. You're gaining victory over something that's happened. All right. And maybe it's to do with that project again, actually. For some of you, this could be like a career project. Something is out of tune. And I wonder what that is. So again, this is just saying you can fix whatever feels broken or out of tune or lacking harmony in your life. So this definitely feels like the time that you're doing that. Let's get one card out then, please, for your potential blockages or challenges during this time. 10 of Wands, maybe overworking yourself. That could be the case here. Holding on to everything. 10 of Wands is really like feeling overburdened, that the task is much bigger than you expected. Or again, sometimes it can be a card of baggage, like you're holding on and carrying something with you that might need to be released and let go of. Okay, so whatever it is, the 10 of Wands does represent that you're coming to the end of a difficult, challenging journey, which is awesome. But when this shows up in your blockage position, you're still carrying something, or you're still having to put in the work or overextend yourself in some way. Let's see what that is. Why is the 10 of Wands a blockage for Libra during this solar eclipse? Okay, so the Six of Pentacles coming through is really about weighing up your options. And I feel like for some of you, if it is to do with your work life, or that you've just got too many tasks at the moment, you're feeling quite tired or overburdened, Six of Pentacles would be the need to kind of maybe split the task with other people if you can, especially in a workspace. Six of Pentacles is usually, again, focusing on things that give back to you in some way, things that fuel you, if you will. It's about creating balance in your life. So this is out of balance. This is like sometimes come through when you're the only one kind of carrying things, like in relationships, for example. It could be like unrequited, or you're the one that's putting all the effort in, someone's not reciprocating, that kind of thing. Same with group projects, whatever it is. It's like you're carrying this big old weight here, and Spirit's calling for you to let go of what is not yours. Okay, whether that's your feelings and emotions, you might be carrying other people's emotions. It can also be, again, your habits, whatever it is. Spirit's calling for you to focus on what you are carrying at this time, what is causing you to feel burnt out, or whatever this heavy burden is for you, to delegate, to balance it. Make sure that what you're giving to is good for you. It's not draining. Make sure that you're giving to, you can give to some things that are draining if you're working hard towards something, for example. That can sometimes be a bit tiring, but make sure you're also balancing that with things that bring you some life. For example, Six of Pentacles, pay attention to your daily routines, your work-life balance as well, and your finances to make sure that you are balancing these areas. Okay, what is then your advice? What is your advice? What's the advice that you have for Libra during this time? Justice. Well, step into your energy. You are a sign of balance, so why I'm hearing like, why have things been unbalanced when that's your expertise? Okay, Justice being here, I'm going to clarify that. So your advice is to really bring balance to situations, okay? Especially with that Ace of Swords kind of being here, very similar to the King of Swords. I feel like you have mental clarity now. You know maybe already what you need to do. It's now calling the shots here and implementing that into your life. Why is Justice here as advice? Could be dealing with contracts and stuff like that, but it is in the advice position. So okay, why is Justice here in the advice? What's the advice here with the Justice card? Some of you could be doing your hair a bit differently, or doing it this week, at this time, right? Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, for some of you, it's really about focusing a bit more on yourself, your own independence, right? Focusing on what you're bringing into this world, because the Nine of Pentacles is really about your peace, your inner peace, space for yourself. She's out in nature in her garden here, and she's just really content and happy and at peace with what she's building for herself. She's financially independent, so this could be things that you are working on. Okay, I might need to focus a bit more on. Again, I do see a message coming away. That bird is coming up again. But I feel like it's, again, here to help you create balance, to speak your truth, whatever it is for you guys. Yep, again, focusing on your finances and career, what you're building for yourself. It looks really good. Your advice is to probably keep going with that and to create more balance that can help you get to this if you're not here already. Okay, so that's what I have for you. Just a little quick reading for you. because I have a lot of things to do today and I just really wanted to squeeze in these readings this morning. So I'm going to love you and leave you. Enjoy your solar eclipse and I'll see you guys in the weeklies. All right.